Hey, I'm Dustin Sinclair with Instructor 5 Productions. Today we're going to talk about conventional forcible entry tips utilizing our truck company ops trailer. So we're going to start here today on the inward swinging door. We're just going to talk about the basic one-man techniques and go into your options if you encounter problems with the door. So as you can see, we have a leftward inward swinging door. Our door does not have any knobs or locks. For the sake of the evolution, what we're going to be focusing on primarily is just our techniques. So we already know to check the door for heat, to try before we pry, but now we're going to focus on gapping, setting the tool, and then forcing the door open. What I usually like to do on inward swinging doors, I usually put my weight into the door a little bit and get a little bit of a gap started. So as you can see, I've got just enough to get the adze in. So we've got our adze already into the jam. Kind of put your shoulder into it. And what I like to say is if the pike is pointed down, we're just going to go opposite of the pike. So come back to the fork while keeping nice good control on the adze. Start to force upward. All right, so we've got a really good gap here utilizing our 15-1 mechanical advantage with our 2-inch adze. So now what I want to do is I want to go ahead and save my progress with my chalk. Chalk's in place. I've got a couple of different options I can go. I can either immediately go with the fork in and go bevel to door. I can also go bevel to jam if I needed to, if this is a confined space. Or I can go ahead and take my adze, stick it in behind the jam. As you can see, I'm already starting to gap a little more because the chalk just fell out. And now I can just go straight into the door. Obviously, be mindful to control the door, pull it back to us. So now we're going to transition over to the outward swinging door. This is going to be our commercial door that we're going to be forcing today. As you can see, we've got this notch cut out here in the back to represent the 1.5 inch thickness of what you would see on a typical commercial outward swinging door. So what we're trying to teach the students with this door is if you've gone to the Charlie side of the building or if you are assigned to do forcible entry on a commercial building, that you know all your options. So we're going to, for the sake of the demonstration, we're going to use some lightweight resistance. We're just going to show you the techniques of what we show some of the students. All right, so now we've transitioned over to our outward swinging door. As we said earlier with the inward swinging door, this is going to have no locks or handles on the outside. So we've already simulated that this door is locked. As we do our size up, we want to tell the students to be looking for pressurized smoke or anything that could indicate a working fire on the other side. If you see any spotting on the door, things like that. So as you can see, I brought some tools with me. If I am going to do an outward swinging door, you'll see why here in just a minute. So for the first part of the evolution, we're going to go ahead and just use the Halligan bar and a wedge. So what we're trying to simulate here is getting a good gap started. As you can see, our gap's a little bit tight, so we're going to widen up just a little bit using just the wedge and the Halligan bar. So tap the wedge just a couple times. Go ahead and get it set in good. So now you can just see we've gained a little bit more of a gap, just enough to get our adze in. So keep in mind, we're only going about to that 1.5 inch mark. We're not wrapping this door completely all the way around. And we're going to go ahead and start our force. And as we do, that wedge is going to pop out. Go ahead and set it back on here. And now just utilizing a good strong pull to the chest, I'm just going to see if I can pop that lock. So the door is not going to pop just quite that easy. So move back in, continue to gain your leverage and pull. All right, so we've got the lock started. I can take and I can go ahead and capture my progress if I want to from this point, and then start to gap downward, utilizing that 15-1 mechanical advantage on the tool. The door's pretty well open. Now we're ready to make entry. All right, I got it where I wanted. I can see where my lock is. I typically want to be 6 inches above or 6 inches below, so we're gonna go below the lock. I'm gonna give it a couple pulls, see if I can get that wedge open just a little bit. So I've got a little bit started. Still can't quite get it. So now what I want to do, make sure that adze is good and set. Come back here, take my hook. We want to wrap the chisel around the pike. Put the bar in the center of the fork. And now keep in mind, I'm by myself, so this is not going to be as pretty as you see with two guys pulling on it. But I want to get as much weight back here on the tip of the hook as I can and just pull one solid pull towards my chest. So get set, get all my weight on my back leg, and pull towards the chest. All right, so we've got the door already started open. Get our adze back in, crush down, and then finish the door off. All right, so we've just shown you just some basic techniques utilizing our forcible entry door prop here on the truck company ops trailer. We all know that there's more than one way to force these doors open, but we're just showing you some basic options today. We hope you enjoyed the video, and as we always like to say, train like your life depends on it, because it does.